4 turtle doves and a partridge in a pear tree. Hello everybody, welcome back to another banging episode of Talking That Nonsense with your host, me, Michael. Looks like we're on our 28th installment of Talking That Nonsense. Never in my wildest dreams, people. Today, I feel like I need to rant. Today, I feel like I need to be nitpicky. Today, I feel like I need to be hypocritical. Because sometimes the best way to expel anger is to talk about it. And usually, I could just be doing this, that, and this and that. But I feel like I have a better way to remedy this overwhelming sense of hypocrisy that I'm feeling right now. Rant about it online, and hopefully everybody else that watches your videos will agree, right? Probably not. Anyway, like I said, welcome back. I hope your day's going good. My day is going great. Last week, if you guys didn't watch that, I want you guys to watch the newest episode. Well, latest episode, Double Trouble, where me and my significant other decide to record a video for the first time in forever. This is the first official time I've actually had another human on the channel. But hey, it's actually pretty nice, and I'm pretty sure they're probably going to be the new co-host of the show. But we cannot forget about CJ. Where's CJ right now? I don't know if you guys will be able to hear her throughout the video, because she's right now sleeping inside my sock drawer. But anyway, let's get back to the most important part, you know what I mean? Anyway, man, I feel like I need to nitpick a bunch of stuff that is not important right now. Like, non-important stuff. You know what I mean? Like stuff like this. You know what? The last time I asked questions, there was a problem, so I'm not going to. Anyway, like I said, there are plenty of things in this world that really just make my blood boil, okay? And let's be honest. We've all done it at some point in time, where we see someone do something that we don't like, but inevitably we end up doing that either later or in the past. And trust me, that does not invalidate your complaint in the first place. You are allowed and you are entitled to your own opinion, okay? So if there were to be a couple things that I nitpick, video games. But I don't want to get too deep into video games right now, because I don't want to make it seem like I'm just sitting there complaining about this. Oh, it sounds like a skill issue. It isn't a skill issue on my part. Oh, no, boy. It is not a skill issue upon my part. Not by a long shot. But anyway, like I was saying. Anyway. Video games. Call of Duty, games like this. Okay, so listen. I got a little thing. Doesn't really matter anymore, because now the video game is kind of no, I mean, to be honest, the game will forever live in my heart. Will live as one of my first true Call of Duties I've played. I've played Black Ops 2, 3, 4, and Cold War. I've played well, you don't know what true Call of Duty is until you play the original Call of Duties, and then all the gatekeeping and crap comes in, and then you're not a real Call of Duty player because you jumped on the bandwagon because you thought everybody else thought it was cool at the time. Us losers had to. What are you even talking about, man? Like, honest to God, you're gonna sit here and you're going to tell me that the whole reason why I started to play Call of Duty was because I saw everybody else play it? Yeah, isn't that the point of the game? That's how you draw in more customers. And I can say they drew me in. Whole reason why I started playing Call of Duty was because I saw other people play it. People said it was good. And the next thing you know, bingo bongo, I'm obsessed with Call of Duties. And I have, I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4. I got a bunch of them on last gen and last gen. Last gen, old gen. What would you call that? Anyway, like I said, I have plenty of Call of Duties, and I played it a lot. Okay, so let me break down my Call of Duty makeup. I played, let's see. Oh yeah, I played Modern Warfare 2019. Good game, great game. Really shaped my mind into what Call of Duty is supposed to be, like, fun and enjoyable, right before it became a pay-to-win game. But anyway, hopefully, because me personally, I think they mess it. Sorry if I'm itching my nose. My nose is like really itchy right now. Ugh, I hate that feeling. Anyway, I think that it's a pay-to-win game because me personally, I think the game really began to lose popularity and everything once once they started to add unbalanced guns and garbage guns, and that was mainly toward near the end. But we're totally not going to sit here. I'm going to completely gloss over the DMR and MAC-10 meta that plagued the game for a minute, and really like the people were dropping like flies. I'm not going back on this game until they nerf the DMR and MAC-10, and to this day that remains one of the most controversial metas known to man, at least on that 2019 reboot. But for me, where it really messed up was like the bundles. Yeah, sure, it's nice to have a little quirky bundle here and there. You have your maybe an anime bundle, but no. But then they started to like go out of pocket. And I'm not gonna be the first one to say, "Oh, I play Call of Duty for the realism." In a way, I kind of do, but like it's Call of Duty for Christ's sake. So hopefully, in the new 2022, spend $70 on this game, $67 on the new 2022 on Warfare 2, which is going swimmingly already. Hopefully, they do not completely vaporize the game and its clientele when they start adding all these nonsense anime packs and bundles and all that. I want them to have and keep that aspect to Milslim, you know what I mean? Because that's what type of crap I live for. I love that crap. I like it a lot. It really drove me. That's what really drew me into the game in the first place. That's the whole reason why I wanted to play it. It really is. I love it a lot. I really do love it. And what I'm sick and tired of is people going, "Oh well, it's just a game," and man, I tell you, it is a struggle. It is a constant struggle. Okay, now listen. You wanna know my play style? My play style, kind of like competitive. Yeah, I can do hardcore. I can do ranked play. But I am more of a like I said, out in there. Well, now listen. The constant debate of well, this is camping. This is camping. Okay, listen. First of all, I hate when people sit there and rag on other people because, oh my god, you're hard scoping. It's a sniper rifle, for Christ's sake. Okay, it's a sniper. Oh man, I'm probably gonna lose so many subscribers for saying this, but it's a sniper rifle. Okay, it was okay. Um, things that I find annoying: people that run around with shotguns, riot shields, and just lame-o guns. You know what I mean? Guns that kind of outlived their hype, or you know what I mean. Like the gun was cool for this time, but then it kind of takes I guess you could say the effort that is needed to play the game. Like, oh well, because the GTK on this is just so quick, it's like no fun whatsoever. I want a bit of a challenge. I like the idea. Just imagine just going through an entire match just vaporizing people sometimes. And it's not, unfortunately, people in this world that take the game way too serious and would probably sell a tooth in a child. It's 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 pretty bad. It's pretty bad. Okay. Now, I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh well, I've never sat on a game and I've never raged at it one more time, like once. Um, I've had my moments, okay, but in the end, I recompose myself and I remind myself that then again, it is a game, okay. There are people that are way too dedicated to this game. There are. It's kind of sad. I wonder where my blue pen is. I have a blue pen when I'm like ranting and the cat has been like literally messing with me the entire time. I can't find my blue pen. It's a blue ballpoint pen, and I love it a lot. Because usually when I begin to talk about these conversations, I really get deep into thought, and I want something to hold in my hand. I want something to fiddle with. I want something to play with. I want something to move back and forth rapidly, if you know what I mean. I'm that type of person, the type of person to talk with my hands, especially when I'm walking around, especially when I'm up doing a presentation on something that I'm actually really, really passionate about. I'll sit there in front of the class, and I'll sit there, pace back and forth, use my hand motions, my mannerisms. I'll sit there, get really, really animated with my expression sometimes. No, that's only here. That is only here on the YouTube channel. People are like, oh, wait, it doesn't make any sense whatsoever. How are you so animated in your videos? Why are you so animated in your videos? I don't know why. Because whenever I sit in front of a camera, I feel like I could just sit there and talk for hours, and I could just be as animated as I want to. Only because I am through a camera, and I feel like what I'm doing now is not really really expressing my emotions like how I want to. So if I'm gonna be mad, I'm gonna move my eyebrows down a little bit. If I'm a little excited, if I'm a little surprised, you know what I mean? And I'm not gonna say like people aren't really necessarily complaining. They're just kind of puzzled by the idea of why my face gets so animated in certain spots. And people ask me how I do that in the first place, and I was like, I don't really know. It kind of is the thing that I kind of picked up. But anyway, video games, I feel like once the next Call of Duty is out, that'll be the last time I probably buy a video game. Or it's either that or that's to be the last time I ever play video games. Because I'm going to go as far as I can in that game, and then I'm done. Because, to me at least, I started gaming way back when. But to me, gaming just isn't what it used to be. From at least when I started playing. Gaming used to be fun, okay? Gaming used to be great. I loved gaming a lot. I still do. But now it's just buy this and you could get this. Because everybody knows in Modern Warfare 1 and 2, the new ones, the reboots, blueprints in that game, blueprints in those games are broken, okay? They're broken. Quite literally. Everybody knows that when you have a blueprint, it is somehow significantly better than a normal build. Which I think is funny. I don't know why. It might just be me, but I believe that the blueprints in the games are literally broken. Every single blueprint you could possibly get when it comes to guns are broken. So I hate when there are people that join the game fresh meat, and they go out their way and spend over 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, $100 on skins and blueprints, and then go around melting people oh my god, look at all the skillets. No. You bought a blueprint, for Christ's sake. Those things are broken. Okay? They're broken. Then again, as I sit here and wrap up my spiel about video games, I want to let you guys know that this is all just my opinion. Like I said, we are all entitled to our opinions. If you want to express your opinion, you can do it in the comment section below. That doesn't mean harass me on Snapchat. That doesn't mean harass me on Instagram. That doesn't mean harass me on Twitter. Alright? But anyway, like I was saying, real nitpicky lately. I don't know. I see things sometimes that, special breed of human, special breed of subhuman. Matter of fact, I'm about to pull out the reliable. Give me a moment. I gotta go get on my scientific attire. Alright, so 1, I am upset because I could not find my lab coat. 2, I am happy because I found my blue pen, but I put a black cap on it because the kitty cat lost the cap to my favorite pen. Now, what I want to show you guys is, so, I don't know about you, but I have a very, just wide and vivid imagination. I am able to think of a story, start writing it, and then completely forget about it and not finish it ever again. If I go through some of my old Google Docs and anything like that, I can find a couple stories that I started that sound really, really good in thought and on paper, but I never finish. And the whole reason why I can't finish it because I don't remember, because I was going through one of those struggle periods where I could just take on the world, and I mean, I still can, but make a story. So what I have right now that I've been working on ever since I started at TCTC is, let's see, I'm going to start up a series. It is called The Detailed Analysis. I'm probably going to plug this in the comments somewhere. Hopefully I do. Usually I say when I'm going to plug things, I never do, except the videos up in the corners. But anyway, like I was saying, a thing called The Detailed Analysis. It's really cool. It's like, trust me, it is really, really cool, and I can't wait to show you guys. But it's called The Detailed Analysis, Trumbull County Career Technical Center. So anyway, all the stuff in here is fiction. Okay, like literally, like to show you how dedicated. Because like I said, I like to make up stuff sometimes. I like to make up stories and everything. Like literally, in this entire analysis, I literally like call myself, well, Michael. I say Michael and his administration like I'm some type of like big business or SCP Foundation type deal. Trust me, it's gonna be funny. All right. So the detailed analysis, Trumbull Career and Technical Center declassified. First thing, the statement. The Career and Technical Center that resides in Trumbull County has been under investigation by Michael and his administration. The center and its inhabitants are that of a different breed of subhuman. A full character analysis has been conducted with certain inhabitants. Some do not react to outside social stimuli. The test concluded that certain actions would have to be taken in order to continue further testing in said center. That was the statement, the preamble. So basically, what I was going to by the first thing, the statement. Basically me coming to the place. That was, going around getting a feel for the place. That was a statement. Basically, in a way, it all relates back to like IRL experience. So like I said, this is like fiction, but this is also non-fiction at the same time because I twisted some real things in here, but I did it as I don't know, indirectly as possible. It's kind of funny. But anyway, that was the statement. The mindset. The mindset for the inhabitants will now be referred to as the lower complex. The mindset. The inhabitants, don't worry, the inhabitants are the next one, but the mindset. The mindset for the inhabitants will now be referred to as the lower complex. Michael and his administration have created multiple subcommittees in order to break down the problems on a smaller scale due to overwhelming interaction. Certain inhabitants will have... This is a funny one. This one was dedicated to my best friend Haley. Haley, you know who you are. Anyway, certain inhabitants that wear bifocals appear to be under the influence of entitlement. Underneath the flesh and bone resides a heart. The inhabitant's heart, or better yet, lack thereof, is an anomaly. Oh my God, anomaly. Jesus Crizzle and sorry for screaming. I need to get better at that. But anyway, we just finished up the mindset. Underneath the flesh and bones resides a heart. The inhabitant's heart, or better yet, lack thereof, is an anomaly. Oh my God, is an anomaly. I'm not joking. Anomaly. Oh my God, is an anomaly. Anomaly. I'm freaking... Jesus Christ. Anyway, like I was saying, one of the main takeaways from that, one of the highlighted points at least, was certain inhabitants that wear bifocals appear to be under the influence of entitlement. Basically, that was a crack on my best friend because, around the time I was still getting to know my best friend. And we're best friends now. Haley, you know who you are. 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 Anyway, like I said, but I'm not even joking. People that wear glasses, from at least the people that I have ran into, the people that wear glasses seem to be so freaking entitled for some reason. I don't even know why. Might just be my experience. That does not really, because my mother wears glasses. Do I think she's entitled? no comment. But anyway, that's not the case for every person that wears bifocals or glasses. So, glasses. The inhabitants. Oh, Jesus Christ, it's not my day today. Anyway, the inhabitants are quite literally the most. The inhabitants are. I'm just having a day for a Wednesday. The inhabitants are quite literally the most advanced branch of subhuman, but they lack common intelligence and problem solving skills. The inhabitants are quite literally the most advanced branch of subhuman, but they lack common intelligence and problem solving skills. This is true. This is true. There are some people that lack common intelligence and problem solving skills. Like, I mean, like, seriously, just imagine, you'll be sitting there somewhere, somebody, I don't know, someone drops a brick on their foot. They go, oh crap, there is a brick on my foot and it hurts. Or, oh crap, my foot hurts. There's a problem, a brick crushing your foot, and you would think, to solve the problem, you would pick up the brick. No, you gotta make things as difficult as possible. I don't know why people have the tendency of doing that, but those are the same people that seem to lack, like I said, common intelligence, problem solving skills, and logic. Logic is left to chat when it comes to those guys. Anyway, ooh, where is my pen? Ooh, ooh, ooh. Found it. Anyway, like I was saying, that was the inhabitants. Common intelligence and problem solving skills. They do paperwork and complete assignments with somewhat flying colors, but their deductive reasoning skills are not of the highest grade. A subcommittee, which is dedicated to studying all ways of these inhabitants, have been engaging in hardcore people watching. Now, you guys probably want, what is up with the people watching? Now, I'll be the first to openly admit that I people watch. Let's be honest, we all people watch. For those who don't know what people watching is, it's pretty self-explanatory. You watch people. Best place to people watch is, like, go to Walmart or something. You just walk around, you will see the people of Walmart. That's why Walmart is a meme. That's why everybody clowns on Walmart, because there's always the most different breeds of human, subhuman. It's the scariest thing in the world. Anyway, I engage in people watching. It's the best way I do, because when I study a person, I don't know about you guys, but I love to study a person. You guys know this. You guys should know this. I love to study a person, especially a person I'm getting ready to become close friends with. I study them meticulously. I sit there. Some might even say it is stalking. It is not stalking. Trust me, it is not stalking. At least the way I'm describing it, it sounds like stalking, but trust me, it is not stalking, okay? Jesus, get off me. Anyway, engaging in hardcore people watching. Some of these committees, recent studies concluded that every inhabitant seems to be running mild cases of depression. Let's read that again. Some of the committee's recent studies conclude that every inhabitant seems to be running mild cases of depression. Don't mean to get too deep, too dark, but this is true. This generation, just about everybody seems to be running some type of mild case of depression. Every single person I've ran into has some type of mild case of depression. And I was like, yeah, that everything's not all sunshine and rainbows. There are people going through a lot, but there are just some kids. There are some kids that are just depressed. I asked them why, and they're like, I don't know. I just feel sad for some reason. That are just depressed because they're just depressed. You know what I mean? No real reason why they're depressed, but they seem to be really depressed for some reason. I think it's the atmosphere. I think it's the atmosphere of the world. I think it's the atmosphere of the school. Not ragging on the school too hard, but very well has to be the atmosphere. So that was the inhabitant. We are on our third paragraph now. Fourth paragraph, the motive. I love the motive. Remember, I spent the time typing all this out in the middle of class. This is why I never get anything done. But anything. But anyway, the motive. The motives to the inhabitants are still unclear. Some studies have shown that in other words, they just do not care anymore, which leads Michael and his administration to believe they are dealing with a much greater problem than previously thought. Michael has been reportedly denying help from partnering organizations, claiming that this is a challenge that they will have to overcome themselves. Let me read that back again. Some studies have shown that in other words, they just do not care anymore, which leads Michael and his administration to believe they are dealing with a much greater problem than what they previously thought. Michael has been reportedly denying help from partnering organizations, claiming that this is a challenge that they would have to overcome themselves. What do I mean by that? What do I mean by that? Studies have shown that, in other words, they just don't care. I'm not even joking. People nowadays have this I just don't care attitude, and it is annoying me. It is killing me. It is disgusting me. People's lack of enthusiasm when it comes to anything nowadays is disgusting, okay? I find it just, I find it yucky. No wonder you're always in a bad mood, because you're not willing, at least once, to try to get up and smile. And for some people, it may be hard. Hey, who knows, previous day, your dog could have got creamed by a semi-truck, and your mother would have got sideswiped while she was on her power scooter chair by an 18-wheeler. But trust me, if something ever happened to me like that, I would still come into school the next day. Because like I said, when it comes to people being happy, it's the whole atmosphere of the thing. If everybody else is running around all sad and depressed and everything, that is bound to rub up upon you. And you guys are probably like, hey, if that's the case, then how come you're not depressed? Because I'm just that good. Like I said, if you're bound to be in a place, I actually did a study on like one of these theorists back in my program, but if you're bound to grow up in a place, in an area, or anything at all that is constantly some way, so if you're growing up in a healthy environment, then you're gonna be healthy, you're gonna be happy. If you're growing up in a depressing, sad, you're bound to grow up all depressed and all this crap like that. So literally, like I was saying, environment that you are walking around in every single day will determine your ultimate mood for the formidable future. This is true. Everybody's like, oh wait, source? Just trust me, bro. But anyway, this is a challenge they have to overcome themselves. No other organizations have been successfully able to retrieve information from inside the center and career and technical center and make it out with still a value. On repeated and documented occasions, we have observed unclear motives. No organization has been able to successfully retrieve information from inside the career and technical center and make it out with its still of value. So usually by the time, what I mean by that is, things are always changing. Things are always shifting. Information, when I think I found a eureka moment, it's vaporized immediately. Then there's a whole other problem that I have to decipher, because what I want is I want to help people. I desperately want to help people. And like when I finally found the eureka moment, I think this would solve other problems, which it won't. Another problem appears. So, in other terms, we get overloaded. I get overloaded. The multitude. The outstanding factor is that the Trumbull Career and Technical Center is a breeding ground for lower complex inhabitants, which from the lower complex inhabitants, which from the scientific standpoint is that it's not troublesome yet, really. You know what I mean? The place is full of lower complex inhabitants, which is not a problem yet. More full-scale tests would be needed to conduct before coming to a reasonable conclusion that the inhabitants of the Career and Technical Center is truly a threat to public safety and world order. In my belief, Michael and his administration have done a grand job studying the Technical Center and its inhabitants to see if they could possibly affect the world in the future. The factions. Oh my god, I love the factions. We all know what a faction is. This is literally my favorite part. I love this part so much. Now, listen up. Factions. society, the society inside the career, the side, the society inside the center has found ways to organize itself by creating factions. Oh my, say the freaking word right! The society inside the center has found ways to organize itself by creating factions. These factions are special in their own ways. We've come to the conclusion that some factions are more powerful than others. The odds of dismantling a faction is slim to none, but never zero. The ability to infiltrate a faction successfully to cause its dissolvement itself is something that the administration has been unsuccessful at achieving. We all know what a faction is: a group, a niche, or I don't even know what people say anymore. Cliques, I don't know. Ghettos, gangs, I don't know. Crews. I have a crew, but anyway, I have multiple crews. That's an odd flex, but okay. But anyway, like I said, what I've been trying to do is to infiltrate the problemsome groups, crews, cliques, and I've been trying to dissolve them. I've been trying to get them to fight with each other so those groups are no longer a problem. Because I'm trying to make the world a better place. It may not look like it now, but I am actively developing a good place for the future. Now, in order for me to dissolve these factions, I decided to create the Faction Busters. The administration and other participating agencies have begun developing a steady plan to deal with such high-risk factions. What I mean by high-risk factions, like high-risk individuals, like, you know, the misfits, or the people that are like the bad boys of the school that cause anarchy and trouble and everything. I've been trying, loads of people have been trying to develop an organization that is dedicated to breaking up those type of things by all means necessary. To deal with such high-risk factions, the administration, with help of outside organizations, has formed a joint effort known by the media as the Faction Busters, or just the Busters for short. But the more formal name is the Secure, Contain, and Dissolve Foundation. That should crack on the SCP Foundation. The Secure, Contain, Dissolve Foundation. So I'm going to secure the group, make sure nobody else joins it. I am going to dissolve it, okay? And so there's no chance. I'm gonna kill it from the inside out, and prevent people from going inside the group too. The Secure, Contain, Dissolvement Foundation is to find and dissolve any outstanding factions that reside within the center. The SCD Foundation is the prime time containment and dissolvement that the administration has to offer. Now, some of the uninitiated, some of this stuff is a bit, classified. We're talking about Plumber 45. If you guys don't know what Plumber 45 is, let me explain it to you. It comes to light that the administration has accumulated several leaks. I will remind everybody that reads this document that is classified and only to be seen by the upper echelon and senior dubs. The upper echelon are people like me, the highest of the highest, and senior dubs are like the scientists, the senior scientists and whatnot. And they're dubs because dubs are white and, lab coats white. Anyway, senior dubs. To plug these leaks, we have created the Plumber Program, sorted to Plumber 45 for philosophical usage. The Plumber 45 consists of several hand-picked persons from different subdivisions within the administration, where the amount cannot exceed 45 members. These people are dedicated to containing and correcting outside media online and on paper. The media on repeated occasions have been able to infiltrate and take pictures and serve on repeated occasions. The media has been able to infiltrate and take pictures and souvenirs from our facilities. Let's make sure that does not happen again. Think about that. Let that stew for a moment. Plumber 45 program. Think of it as the Watergate scandal and how the plumbers, I think that was around it. Plumbers. You don't know what the plumbers are? Look it up. Anyway, the hierarchy. The hierarchy is reminiscent of the factions. Sticking with the statement of some are more powerful than others, with common sense, we understand that the older the faction, the more power and influence it has, and vice versa. For the young factions, it has been shown that the younger factions are trying to overthrow the set hierarchy and its principles by simply not respecting the eldest factions. See, it's okay. I don't mind there being factions at all, but there needs to be equilibrium. There needs to be a balance of power. And if there's an output of power, then everybody starts fighting and then there's problems. I want to keep the fighting to a minimum. HVTs, high value targets in immunity. Michael and his administration have witnessed the creation of HVTs or high value targets. These people are determined to make a compact with outside center administration. These people are determined to make a compact with inside center administration, for lack of a better term. They are admins lapdogs, willing to spill any type of information on inhabitants of any classes for temporary dark immunity. To understand, due to Michael's good deeds and high social rep, he has gained what is called light immunity. Light immunity is just dark immunity, but obtained through good means. Dark immunity is gained through bad means. So what I mean by that is basically there are people that are snitches for admin. People that are snitches for admin. That is a real thing. It is a real thing. People that snitch for admin, and in return they get immunity from doing certain things. How do you know this? I'm just simply doing what I observe. This is, then again, the detailed analysis of Jumbo Career and Technical Center, and it has been observed that there are HVTs and immunity. Dark immunity, like I said. So let me rephrase that again. Light immunity is just dark immunity, but obtained through good means. So light immunity is like me. I've gained a certain amount of immunity. So like if somebody went up to me and said if someone went up to the admin, superintendent, or teacher and said I did something, since the teachers know me and what I'm capable of and all this stuff like that, Michael would never do that. He's just So exactly, that's my light immunity. Dark immunity is immunity gained through bad means, such as this. It's weird. It's really weird and annoying. But so far, that is all I have for the detailed analysis. I'm probably going to add more, and this is probably going to be a couple pages long, and more than likely, I'm probably going to, I don't know. But anyway, like I said, I'm probably going to submit this into the comments or something, or in the description of the video today. But, yes, this is the detailed analysis of the Trumbull Career and Technical Center. It's actually really nice. I don't know if any of you guys even understood me throughout this video, because I read so loud sometimes. I read so loud and I read so fast sometimes. But literally, if there's anything you should remember about this entire thing, I'll make sure to update you every week on it. But you want to pay attention to the factions. You want to pay attention to the Plumber 45. You want to pay attention to the HVTs. HVTs are something that I recently added. Let's read over the HVTs again. Michael and his administration have witnessed the creation of HVTs, or high-value targets. These people are determined to make a compact with inside center administration, for lack of a better term. They are admins lapdogs, willing to spill any type of information on inhabitants of any class for temporary dark immunity. To understand, due to Michael's good deeds and high social rep, he has gained what is called light immunity. Light immunity is just dark immunity, but obtained through good means. Dark immunity is immunity gained through bad means. Blackmail, stuff like that, or snitching. So like if they're trying to take down a vape ring, and for those who don't know what a vape ring is, think about it for a moment. For them, when they're trying to take down a vape ring, people selling vapes, this and that like this, they will basically have a mole in the vape ring, okay? And they'll be like, yeah, I vape too, I did it with them. But like, okay, if you do this for us, we might take away your punishment, or we might lessen it to what they're gonna get, unless like I said, you gotta do what you gotta do sometimes. Jesus Christ. But I am done. Looks like our time here is almost freaking expired. Jesus Lord! That took a lot out of me. Well, I want you guys to go out and do something that you enjoy. Go out, ride your bike, hang out with your family, do what you like to do. Man, go play Call of Duty, teabag your mother, because at the end of the day, nobody else is more important than you, okay? And again, my name is Michael. This has been Talking That Nonsense. Be good people. Be great people. Be grand people. Yeah, be grand people. What the heck was that?